in the hallway, that's one thing.
Yes.
I'm going to all the publicly accessible areas.
Sir, if the door is closed, it's
Do
not
not go in
accessible.
our offices
There's
now. You're
private
gonna stop
areas.
doing what you were told not to do.
Stop touching me.
Don't touch our office doors. Now, we're not playing
touching
games
me.
with you. You were
It's
already
locked,
told.
therefore it's not
You were
publicly
already
accessible.
told.
I don't care what you told. You ain't nobody.
I've got one that can see.
So you were in a restricted area. Now I want your identification.
You're not getting it.
This is Erie County. I've been threatening to make a comp vid of this cat forever. He's mad talented. I'm still gonna do it. But here's a preview. He's in a public building, mine and yours. But the people we hired to mow the lawn now think they own the place.
Can I help you?
Actually, we don't need any help. We're just here to take some pictures of the publicly accessible areas of the building I'm at.
Well, I don't think this is publicly accessible. I mean, it's a finance office.
Yeah. Well, probably not in the office. This is behind your desk, no. But this looks
But
like
what are the pictures for?
just something I'm working on, a story on the building.
They're here taking pictures.
For the sheep in the cheap seats, this is the only real argument. It's all about the cameras. But there'll be a bunch of straws for the desperate to cling to coming up.
No, don't you need,
I don't know
I think
what
you might
they're
need
doing.
someone's approval or something.
Yeah, we got approval.
I mean, to come into a private office and do it.
Is this private?
This is a private office.
Wide open in a public building.
You know what I mean?
I imagine your office is probably private. But this looks like a secretary's door open here. I figure.
I don't give you permission to take my picture.
She doesn't understand the difference between public and private. I don't need permission to take pictures of my own shit.
Oh.
I do not give you permission
What's that?
to take my picture.
You're obviously upsetting this lady, so.
You guys work for the public. Can I get your name?
But I'm eating my lunch and you're sitting here videotaping me.
Yeah, you're being argumentative and you're bothering this lady.
The lies slip easily from his tongue.
I would ask that you please leave.
James Barnes. We'll leave here in a second. I'll just get some photographs in here of this office. Got a cam back.
I just want to say for legal reasons, just don't destroy that photo or video because that's a public record. It's open to disclosure under Freedom of Information law.
What is? For you to take my picture?
No.
When you made a public record.
Yeah, the document that's on your camera now. That's a public record now.
These are private offices and this is not public office, so you do have to leave. It's not the same as the public offices. I did come just to inform you.
This is a private office?
Yes, it is.
What makes it a private office? The door's wide open in a
It
public
is
building.
because these are our school buildings and offices and they're not all open to the public, so you do have to leave. You were misinformed last time, you have to leave.
Is there signage to that effect on these
But you
offices?
have, I'm telling you now that you have to leave the offices. You cannot remain here or you will be removed.
Who's going to
Removed by who?
You're gonna ask for schools, City Hall security to come, or I'm calling 911, you have to be removed.
Wine 11?
Whatever you wanna call it. Could you leave the offices now, please? Thank you. And
I mean,
gonna shut the
I'm done
door.
with the photos I need in this office
You will not
personally.
enter any of our offices.
Oh, I'm gonna be in all the publicly accessible areas.
This is not public accessible
It
areas.
is clearly publicly
There's no
accessible.
signage that says it's
Leave out-
private.
leave
though.
The
out
door's
the
wide
office.
open in a
If
public
nothing
building.
else, you're being argumentative and bothering this nice young lady.
And they're trying to do
her
their
We
job.
didn't actually need any
anyone-
help. I told you we didn't need any help. We're just here to take some photographs.
I don't think anyone argued. We had a pretty polite conversation.
This isn't private government.
You need my permission. When I did not give you permission, I didn't.
Well, we definitely don't need your permission. But this lady closing down all the public.
This is great. Now you got this lunatic yelling down the hallway telling everybody to lock their doors.
Conference room.
This office. Any of the doors are in here and it's public. Excuse me. Excuse me.
Excuse me, you just hit me
No,
with
I
the
just
door.
told you all of our, I already
you
asked
did.
you,
Hit me with
but
that
you were
door.
already asked not to come in our office space.
This is
You were
a-
already asked not to come in our office space. Now, I'm not
the
gonna keep on
conference
asking.
room.
Leave out of our
It's just a
offices.
conference room.
You were asked not to come in here, so you can
This is
respect
the
our
conference
wishes
room.
and
I don't
leave
have to
out.
respect nothing. You know
Oh,
you-
but then
who
we
are
have to
what is your
respect you.
name?
I'm chief of security. I told
What's
you
your
that
name?
before. Leave out of our office
What's your
space.
name?
Leave out of our office spaces.
Who are you?
I already told you who I
How do I
am.
know? You're not marked
Would
with
you-
anything? No
Obviously, I
credentials?
work here and you do not. Leave out of
If you're
our
in the
office.
hallway, that's one thing.
Yes.
I'm
leave
going
out
to
of-
all the publicly accessible areas.
Sir, if the doors closed, it's
Do
not
not go in
accessible.
our offices
There's
now. You're gonna
private
stop
areas.
doing what you were told not to do.
Stop touching me.
Don't touch our office doors. Now, we're not playing
touching
games
me.
with you. You were
It's
already
locked,
told.
Therefore, it's not
You were
publicly
already
accessible.
told.
I don't care what you told. You ain't nobody.
You
You're
are not
nobody.
either.
Oh,
You
this,
are not
this is
either.
her name right here, Barbara Lark.
Now go in my office
Now we
and
know
I
her
told you
name,
not to go
Barbara
in my
Lark.
office.
This is Barbara Lark who
You
puts her
were
hands on
told
people.
not to go in my office.
We
in
finally
any of
got
our
this. We finally got this lady's name.
It's our personal. You pushed me. Don't put your hands on me again.
What are you
You
doing?
push me and I tell you something. Lock the door. Lock your door.
She's out of her freaking gourd.
Excuse me, sir. All we're asking you to do is not...
I'm asking you to be quiet and leave me alone.
No, I will not.
It says employees only past this point. I'm not going past that point. Just taking some pictures of the office. I don't need no help from nobody.
Can you get out of my office?
This is a public office, ma'am.
It's my office.
Yeah, the public's office. It says open, come in.
Not for you to come in here and film.
Can I get your name?
Can we stop pretending it's not about the cameras yet?
Sir, we're asking you just... You can film in the hallway.
Can I get your name, ma'am? She's gonna hide back there. As you guys can clearly see, the office is open, so that's open.
Workers, secretary, people.
Okay.
It's really unfair to do that to them. They're not like decision makers in the organization, and yet you're making them feel really uncomfortable.
Would you be willing to take us to some decision makers to speak with right now?
Well, I'm speaking to you right now. So
What is your position here?
That's not the point. The point is, I guess what concerns me is that you don't know that. Like you're
No, I do know that.
but you're doing it anyway. You're filming people that
Public employees.
Right, but these are people.
Do it. It's a constitutional
Well,
right.
let me finish. These are people that come to work every day. They're not the primary decision makers. They're people who go home,
Yeah.
and you're making them feel very uncomfortable. These are people that, you know, they're secretaries.
Right.
They're just trying to do a good job, and I just.
Yeah.
I'm
this
telling.
isn't a commentary on the quality of their work. by
No,
any
no.
stretch.
I just think the fact that you are
Can we ask you
filming.
who you
No,
are
let me
and what your
finish.
position
Let's already
is?
ask
Let me finish, okay? The fact that you're doing that and you're not thinking about the people that you're filming shows me that you're not really serious about what you're trying to do.
What do you think we're trying to do?
I think if it were me and I was, you know,
we're not talking about if it's you. You said you think
Well,
you
no,
know what we're trying to do. So what do you think we're
Well, I
trying to
see
do?
what you're doing. You're filming everyone.
We are.
You're not even thinking about the harm that you're doing to certain people.
What kind of harm are we doing?
It gets better, right? You don't understand the harm that filming people does.
Well, I'm not going to do a
keeping up
Q&A
with the
with
straw
you.
arguments,
what
you're
you're
hostile,
What I'm
intimidating
saying is
people,
if it were me,
bullying, and
if I was
depriving
an
people of
advocate
their
for the
First
things that
Amendment
you're trying
rights.
to establish,
This privilege
I
break
would-
has
I
never
would-
been
let me
challenged.
finish, okay? I would try to do something that involves decision makers, people at kind of the top end of the organization, whether it's the city or the school district. You're just randomly filming
but
people
the
that come here
decision
and they don't
makers-
have those
The
abilities to
decision
make that
makers don't make
decision.
themselves.
You're
Who are you, sir?
So I guess you don't want to have a conversation.
No, he doesn't want to have a conversation at all. He just got this opinion and that's it.
We're not having a conversation. You're coming in here.
You're just literally talking.
hostile.
That
You're
isn't a
trying to
conversation
intimidate
if you
people,
just talk.
and it's really offensive to the cause. If it's the First Amendment, it's really offensive to that because you're depriving people of their First Amendment rights because
What
you're
rights
just
are we
bullying
depriving
them
them
with your
for?
technology.
Gaslighting.
What rights
And
are we
if you're
depriving
really
somebody
proud,
of?
well, you won't even let me finish, so I can't speak with you. You're just so, you're the antithesis of the point that you're trying to make. So I guess my advice to you is just think about it.
You keep
Think
making
about,
accusations about us and won't answer the questions of the accusations you're making. You're saying we
can
are
I
violating
finish?
somebody's life.
If you're a believer in free speech, can I be allowed to share what I'm trying to say to you? I'm trying to give you advice because I know what point you're trying to make. You're not making that point. In fact, you're making the opposite point. You're bullying people, you're intimidating them, you're making them feel unsafe. That's not what you want to do when you're promoting the First Amendment, man. So what I'm just suggesting to you is think about what you're doing. Maybe think about a more constructive way, a better way to do it, because this isn't working. Okay? All right, thank you, appreciate it.
What do you mean? Where are you going? What is your position here?
Well,
what is your name? What is your position here?
You know what?
You know what?
This-
Shut your
this-
mouth.
you
Shut
don't-
your mouth. You ain't nobody.
Oh, really?
Yeah, shut your mouth. We ain't talking to you no more. That's not a constructive conversation.
Lock the door, please.
This clown still running around talking about lock your door.
I'm done talking to that clown. He don't want to answer who he is. He doesn't want to tell us how we're violating somebody's rights. We ain't violating nobody's
I didn't
rights.
say you're
All he is
violating
has
the rights.
you're just
You
full
don't
of
listen
you're just
either.
full of opinions.
You don't listen.
Your opinions are wrong.
You volunteered your name to me. I didn't demand.
Well, I was trying to help you do what you're trying to do.
They're not very
better.
helpful at all. You're just
And
full of opinions.
Not make people feel so unsafe and intimidated. Your way isn't working. You're not getting anything done except upsetting a lot of people.
We're exposing tyrant employees like this one. We're exposing employees that won't give up their name but have an opinion about
You
everything.
have no right to come in here and get
I
an
have
answer from me
absolutely
about
right.
anything.
I have absolute right to know who you are if you're a public servant.
Go
I have
look.
an absolute right to be in
You
here.
absolutely don't have a right to come in here and ask me questions and get that information.
I didn't
Literally part of his job.
approach you.
You're
remember
don't
that?
point
You-
at me like
you
that.
approached us.
Right? Is that what you're gonna? Is that how it's gonna be now?
You approached
physically
us.
now. You're trying to
Oh,
intimidate.
I'm physically. I'm saying
Yeah.
you approached us,
Yeah.
and now I'm physically.
That's how it's gonna
I'm
be.
Physically.
All right, guys.
He's happy. His entire goal was to be the victim.
Recording, disrupting office work, and refuse to leave. All of
Just walking real close, huh?
refusing to leave. Thank you. Thank you. So now you can talk to the police. It's weird. So now you can talk to the police.
It's weird.
Ma'am, if you could just make sure you don't destroy any of that photo or video.
It's just bumped into me. Guy bumped into me again. This is like the third time he's bumped into me.
Is there a law that states that you can't?
People are working, you're disruptive.
There's a what?
There's an expectation of privacy when there's a closed door.
No, there isn't. Not in a public building.
If it's not publicly accessible. This looks like. Stop touching me.
Don't touch them because they can't get in anyways. They can't.
What are you talking about? It's a publicly accessible
I need
property
to
right
sit-
there.
I need the
Excuse me.
security of city
Excuse me,
security
that's
to come up
a
here,
publicly
not
accessible
our
office right there. The door's open, it's a lobby, open to the public, there's a waiting room.
Okay, then I'm gonna call 911.
What's your take on what's going on?
Oh, I don't think anything's going on. I'm just a member of the public and an independent journalist, and I'm in a public building just taking pictures of publicly accessible places. I do have on video that this woman right here assaulted me. She physically put her hands on me and shoved me out of a public office. And you know, I've tried to get information myriad of times as to which offices are under the law, clearly demonstrable as public and private. There's no signage on any of these doors that say they're private offices. I haven't harassed anyone in any way, shape, or form. It's all on video here. I can show it to you. I understand that there are public officials here and public employees who may not like to be on camera, and I'm not necessarily trying to get them on camera specifically. I'm just really just taking pictures of documents on the walls. That's all I'm trying to do.
Okay.
That's it.
All right. So I mean, I'm cool with you guys doing what you got to do.
It's not as he described. He's not being honest. He's taking that camera. People are having lunch. He's filming them. He is way out
Is that a
of his
crime?
league. He is way
Is
out.
it a crime to film a public employee
He's
eating lunch at their desk?
harassing and bullying us, and the New York State has laws against bullying and harassing.
Can you educate him as to what the legal definition of harassment is?
So my question is he's going to like personal office spaces or
Yes.
any of them? Like,
He is going
as
inside
the
offices
threshold,
and
like,
filming. He's absolutely going.
It's on
inside.
video. I can show it to you.
He's absolutely going. He's trying to distinguish when an office may have some, more private areas, but he's going into offices that are places of work for secretaries and other people. He's holding his camera against them. It's very intimidating. He's bullying these individuals when they object. We're not. I just don't understand how long we're going to be able to tolerate this because he's really bringing harm to a lot of our employees.
Is there a legal definition of bullying? Can you tell us what that is? Is bullying a crime?
Bullying?
Bullying.
It's not a penal charge. No.
Did you hear that?
So you're alleging that they're going into like personal office spaces?
Every office is a personal office space.
But is it private?
He's going
Is it
in,
off
he
limits
is
to the
not
public?
asking questions.
Oh, I am
He's-
asking questions.
He's holding a camera in the face of people. We find it intimidating. We feel very unsafe. People are very upset.
And we're back to where we began. There is no law being broken. He doesn't want to be filmed. And now he's lying to a bunch of armed men in the hopes of getting 2 people hurt. If I did that...
But is all that against the law?
It's disruptive to the workforce. They can't do their jobs. Everybody has to stop, get up, close offices, lock doors.
People are locking their doors. They're leaving their offices.
Sir, the record will clearly show.
Can you show me
The record will clearly show that they are instructing the public employees to close their doors. I am not asking them to do that.
Can you show me on there?
Well, I'd really rather not stop recording while we're having this interaction. I want a record of it, but I think the burden of proof at this point.
Do you mind? Could you go like into a private space and show me, and then come back out here?
Well, I don't go into private spaces. I only go into public spaces. I think the burden of proof at this point
No,
is
I'm
on.
saying like if me and you went and talked someplace and you showed me, and then.
Well, I think the burden of proof at this point is on the complainant. So let's have the complainants demonstrate to you a place that I went that they.
Demonstrating it right now. You've been doing this all day
This is
with our
public.
employees.
This is
No.
public.
What you're doing by holding
He's
the camera.
being very intimidating. He raises his voice to people.
You're aiming the camera.
She physically touches people. I mean, this is all, it's all on record.
Okay.
I will be able to show it to you, but while we're having this interaction, I do want a record of it.
Okay.
Yeah, but I think, again, the burden of proof is on the complainants here. So if the complainants want to take us all to a place where they feel I've visited, that they think it has a posting that says it's private, I'm more than happy to accompany you.
Okay.
Do we want to do that, anybody?
That's the thing. He was literally in people's faces with that. He's
not true.
behaving better right now, but he's threatening people with that camera and with his disposition.
Do you feel threatened, sir?
Secretaries and other employees here having to put up with this individual.
But that's part of public employment, unfortunately.
Putting up with the likes of you is part of public employment.
The public coming in and videotaping it's part of public employment. Ask any of these officers here. They are all subject to Right to Record Act, and you guys are too.
This cat doesn't know it yet, but he dug 2 graves. Get over to Erie County and check him out. I'll catch you cats in the comments section.